guys, Ray from Love Your RV and Boat. Another product review for you. This time another fan from a company called Titan. I think they're out of Korea. I use their fans to help keep my RV refrigerator working well, cool the outside enclosure, and that keeps it running more efficiently. Last winter I installed what they call a rack mount, long fan like this with kind of a squirrel cage thing inside, and it worked quite well. I did have one issue with it. It would cause some rattling on my outside enclosure panel, but I was able to shim it and solve that, and overall I was happy with it. I did repurpose it on my boat to help cool a set of chargers, a solar controller and a DC to DC charger. They were installed in a cabinet and they would overheat on hot days. So by putting the fan in that, I was able to use its temperature control, speed control feature to keep those controllers running nice and cool. So this is a little bit of a step above that unit, or just a better design for people that don't want to be messing with wires. This thing has its speed control and timer right on the unit, so you don't need to bother installing that anywhere. It's all built into the unit, and it actually has a remote control. So what I'm going to do with this one is install it in the RV right above where we sleep. Sometimes we like to have a little bit of a fan going on when we're going to bed on hot nights, and it's nice that it has a timer so it will auto shut off. Anyway, there's quite a few different uses for it here. Let's see what they have on the box. They have it showing on the dashboard of a vehicle, in a kitchen, mounted to a window, kind of outside, blowing air inside the RV, and on the outside. So it's IP55 waterproof, has a display, multi-device control, and a wireless control. Quiet blower fan kit designed to improve fridge heat circulating efficiency. So yeah, that's what I mainly use the other ones for, but this one I thought maybe people would be interested if they want a convenient, easy to mount fan inside the RV. So let's pull it apart, see what's in the box. There we are. So yeah, this one, unlike the previous one I reviewed, has the control unit built right in and a remote. And so it has a couple convenient ways to power it. You can plug it into a 12-volt socket, or you can actually plug it into an AC outlet. It has an extension wire and also remote control. So you can set different speeds, minimum 20%, 40%, 60%, 80% max. And you can also set a timer, 10, 30, 60, 120, 180, and 240 minutes. And you can do that on the remote, or looks like right here as well. So these fans are fairly quiet on the low speed. They do get a little bit louder on the higher speed, but overall they do make a pretty good quality fan. I've got some of their cooling fans mounted up on my fridge vent, and they've been there a couple years. Recently I took it all apart and cleaned them, and they're still nice and quiet and working really well. So where I want to install this is in our bed here, and there's an area up in there that I can kind of hide it back there. That way, if we're having a warm night going to bed, we can have a nice cool breeze blowing straight down on us. They do give you a template here because they can be magnetic mounted, so that sticks onto a surface, and these are little metal discs, and then you can just clip it on, which should be nice because we can just clip it in place when we need it and plug it in. We have an AC outlet back there, or I could wire something into I do have a 12-volt light up there, so I could permanently wire something up there, but that way we could stick it up there when we need it and then pull it off and use it in different locations, maybe take it on the boat as well. Give it a quick test here. Got her plugged into some AC power. Turn her on there. So that's on low. This puts out a very small amount of air, but you don't hear it too much. Go to 20%. Still not too bad. 40%. Doesn't put out a huge amount of air, it's just kind of a nice breeze. Try 60. 80. Starting to get, putting out a fair good amount of air, but starting to get loud. And then here's our max. So I'm envisioning we would probably just maybe keep it around 40. Kind of nice breeze and white noise to go to sleep by. And there's a timer on it. You can see there it turned yellow. You can set different amounts of time, either with the remote or there's buttons on here as well. And it on off. Okay, I have it mounted just above us in our bed here. This is a spot I was able to do it. Now it does, the fan doesn't point straight at us, which is kind of nice. The air kind of comes out and we kind of have a rounded area here, so it kind of comes down and creates a nice kind of airy breeze. So I tested it for a while with their AC adapters to make sure it would be okay for us. And once we figured it'd be a good spot, I've actually wired it into this light here. I found a cord with the right adapter on it and just wired it in there. So that's a mod of my own, not something the manufacturer really recommends. But that way I can just unplug it over here, take it and use it with the other cables they provide, and then use it in this application as well. So I'll just give you a demo here. So we got the remote control, turn her on. So that's minimum, go to 20%. And 40%. Now we found that creates kind of a nice breeze right on our heads where we're resting. So that'll be nice in a warm evening. Be able to set the timer, say for half an hour or something. And it kind of puts out a kind of a humming white noise. But any higher than that gets kind of annoying because you're so close to the fan. I'll give you a demo. Go to 60 here. It's kind of okay, but it's getting kind of loud. And then we'll go to 80 and full. And that's the amount of noise it's putting out for the volume of the air is not good. Right around there is kind of pleasing. The other thing I found is so it sticks onto these magnets. I stuck the magnets using the template and then just stuck it in place. And I found if I tried it on different surfaces, like say here, because it's pretty hollow in the back, there'd be a lot of echo going on. I found this thick piece of wood was pretty good because the thing has some vibration to it, especially at higher speeds, and then that creates an echo. Maybe they might want to look into some type of suspension or something, kind of dampening, maybe a spring or something, because it's, like I say, it can create some vibration, which I found in their other unit when I used it in my fridge. The front panel would start to vibrate a lot. That's why I had to kind of shim it to reduce that, and that worked. So you could use this in the same way I did with the fridge fan, which makes it kind of easy, or all sorts of applications anywhere you need a cooling. But like I say, it doesn't put out a huge amount of air. It's just more of a slight breeze, so it'd be good for cooling electronics, or its application. It's kind of built for cooling your absorption fridge. Anyway, Anne approves. She liked it for this spot because I noticed that a lot of times she'll use a little handheld fan. She likes to sit up at night and read, and if it's kind of hot, she uses a little handheld fan, but this way she won't have to hold anything, and she'll be able to use the timer. So there we go. So I'll give you a few links you can check out. First, the Titan homepage here. There's the cross-flow blower fan for RV, that's what they call it. They have all sorts of different types of fans. Scroll down. Yeah, I was wrong. They're not out of Korea, they're out of Taiwan. And they've been in business since 1989. But I was checking their Amazon page, and it looks like it's currently unavailable and only has 1 rating. I think it's a very new product, so kind of out of stock right now. I believe, judging by the pricing of the other one, it'll probably be around the $100 mark, which is fairly pricey for a fan like this, but it is got some weather resistance to it, IP55, and also fairly quality fan. Any of their fans I've had, they seem to last a long time without getting any noisier or anything. And also they sent me a different thing to review. This one is interesting. It's an air ventilation inline fan, increase air circulation, and I want to put that into my furnace system. So the furnace comes out in our RV in the main area, and it goes through some ducting in the floor, but then for the bedroom it goes through some kind of ducting like this and up into the bedroom, and I find that is pretty weak, the amount of air that comes out of that. So when I'm running the furnace to heat us in the bedroom at night, I find I'm really heating up most of the RV before it gets warm up in the bedroom for the thermostat to shut off. So I'm going to install this in line and see if that aids that. It comes with a little device for timers, and I think maybe it might have a temperature sensor as well. Anyway, look forward to that coming up. Another thing I was going to mention about this particular model, it only came with 2 of those little magnetic metal discs that stick on stuff. It would be good if they included more of those. Probably can find them somewhere, but obviously because it's so portable, you might want to move it around to different locations, so it'd be handy if they included more of those. Till next time, Ray from Love You RV and Boat. Cheers, everyone.